Well, usually you don't hear much about World Bridge Championships, but then again, this is not your grandmother's bridge match. Right now, the U.S. team of women who won the tournament are smack dab in the middle of a global controversy sparked by this sign. Can you read it? Take a look. It says, "We did not vote for Bush." They held that sign up at an awards dinner at which they were representing the United States of America. And now a lot of folks are very unhappy. Joining us now on the phone is Alan Falk. He is a lawyer with the American Bridge Federation, one of the groups that's not happy about this. Alan, thanks so much for being here with us.
The pleasure is mine.
So these women go out there and they're, to their credit, they're a heck of a bridge playing group. So they win this thing in Shanghai, and then unbeknownst to the rest of the federation, they get up there and they bust out this sign, and bridge players, among others, are now outraged at this conduct.
Well, some are and some aren't, but yes.
Okay, and so now they are talking about actually sanctioning these women to the point where they would be suspended for a year from playing in tournaments. Is that the plan?
Well, it's going to be up to a hearing panel to decide whether to impose any kind of a sanction against them, but it could be something like that.
Alan, are they sorry? They say that they were looking for, and I quote, a moment of levity. A lot of people not laughing.
Well, three of them sent something that they considered an apology. The Federation, after reading it, wasn't quite on the same page with them and thinking it was an apology. It was more of a justification than an apology.
Right, because they're saying, one of them justifies the conduct by saying, what we were trying to say to our friends from other countries was that we understand they're questioning and critical of what our country is doing these days, and we want you to know that we, too, are critical. Alan, is it the place of this U.S. bridge team to be making that kind of a political statement on behalf of this country while abroad?
Well, whether they're speaking for the country or not, they're certainly not allowed to speak for the Federation, which sent them there and subsidized their participation. And most importantly, they agreed as a condition of their participation to abide by the Olympic Charter, which expressly prohibits any kind of political statement. They
said that they were trying to let others know that they were opposing the folly of men who have lost their perspective on reality. Alan, is there any sort of attempt by these women to clear that with the Federation? Is the Bridge Federation against President Bush, against the war on terror? I mean, is there some sort of internal politics going on here?
The Bridge Federation is entirely apolitical. Our interest is simply in promoting bridge, and in particular the interests of the United States at the world level in competing for world titles.
So what do you think is going to happen to these women?
Well, that's going to be up to a hearing panel of 5 very distinguished players who...
Well, what are you pushing for? What do you want?
Beg pardon?
What do you want?
What do I want? Well, I want what my federation wants. I'm just their lawyer, following their marching orders, and they want, some sanction that makes it clear that this kind of behavior won't be tolerated when people are representing the Federation.
Yeah, it's an interesting and unexpected development. Reminds one of what the Dixie Chicks, what happened with them. But Alan, thanks so much for your thoughts on it. And for our viewers, if you've got thoughts on this whole thing, send us an email, americasnewsroom@foxnews.com.
All right, there's the president right